Hello fans, welcome on board. Today we are having another small documentary about soccer, that is football. And our documentary today focuses on some professional players who have ever collapsed in the field and died. Professional players who have ever collapsed in the field or in the playground and died. They literally died in the field, and especially at a time when they had a game, or at a time when they were professionally doing their job. The players literally collapsed from different problems, and mostly heart problem related issues, and they ever died, or some survived after collapsing and losing their sense for some period of time. And our first player today in our documentary to look at is this one here. This player, he was a professional player. He collapsed and died in the field, and his name is Antonio Puerta. Antonio Puerta. And Antonio Puerta was a Sevilla and a Spaniard or Spain wingback who died at the tender age of 22 years after collapsing when they were playing against Getafe FC. Puerta collapsed after jogging towards his own goal just 35 minutes into the opening league game of the season at the Sanchez Pizjuan. He died 3 days later from multiple organ failure stemming from prolonged cardiac arrest. So Antonio Puerta just collapsed in the field after jogging towards his own goal. He survived after some few, he was given some first aid service by his doctors, but after 3 days, he suffered from multiple organ failure stemming from prolonged cardiac arrest, a heart-related disease. He's a professional player, Antonio Puerta, who collapsed in the field, was given some first aid service, but 3 days later, he just died from multiple cardiac arrest problems. Our player number 2, or the player we are looking at, number 2, is actually an African renowned player, Cheick Tiote. Cheick Tiote. And Cheick Tiote is a former Newcastle United midfielder who died at the age of 30 after collapsing during a training in China. In his 7 years at Newcastle United, Cheick Tiote, the Ivory Coast player, made over 150 appearances. He joined Chinese second-tier Beijing Enterprises from Newcastle United of England in the UK. Cheick Tiote, this guy here, a professional player who collapsed and died at the age of 30 during a training in China. Our player number 3 is Cristiano Sebastio de Lima Jr. Cristiano Sebastio de Lima Jr. And Cristiano Sebastio de Lima Jr., his death was one of the most tragic. His death was one of the most tragic. In October 2004, during a match against Mohun, the Bagan goalkeeper collided with Cristiano Jr. While Cristiano was trying to score his second goal after chasing the ball into the box, he never got up. There were no doctors in the field to give him some first aid service. So there were no doctors on the pitch to give him first aid service in the stadium. And at just 25 years of age, Cristiano left us forever. Cristiano Jr. left us forever. Player number 4 is Mark Vivian Fall. Mark Vivian Fall. And Mark Vivian Fall was a Cameroonian footballer who played for Manchester City FC. In June 2003, his team faced Colombia in France during an international tournament. In the 72nd minute of the match, Fall collapsed at the center circle in the field. Even though he was still alive upon arrival at the stadium's medical center, he died shortly afterwards from heart-related problem. Mark Vivian Fall, a Cameroonian international footballer who collapsed in the field at the 72nd minute of the match at the center circle of the soccer field. Phil O'Donnell. Phil O'Donnell is another player who collapsed in the field and died. And Phil O'Donnell was the Motherwell captain and died of heart failure during a match against Dundee FC or Dundee United in December 2007. The 35-year-old midfielder had a wonderful career and played for Scotland, Celtic FC, and Sheffield Wednesday FC of England in his career. He collapsed just as he was about to be substituted. Phil O'Donnell. The other player is a player who I feel so emotional on mentioning his state that happened in the field when he was at his professional work. He's still a surviving player and most celebrated midfielder of the day. Is a Danish national guy. Is a Danish nationality. He plays for the Manchester United club. He plays for the Red Devils. He plays for the at the Theatre of Dreams club. I mean field. He trains at the Carrington field with the other players of the Manchester United. He just joined Manchester United to play at the midfield and is as a very celebrated midfielder. And his name is not other than Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen, a very talented and tactful midfielder. And Christian Eriksen, in the 42nd minute, and seems like almost every collapsing of a professional or of many professional players happens at the 42nd, or rather at the second minute, or at the second minute of whatever other minute, like the 72nd minute, for second minute, like we have just been seeing. So in the 42nd minute of 2020 European Championship match in Copenhagen, the 29-year-old Danish soccer player Christian Eriksen collapsed to the ground as he received a throw-in. As the medical staff rushed to the field to administer defibrillation, his teammates gathered around to shield Eriksen from the view of nearly 14,000 fans who were in attendance at the field. Christian Eriksen, a very celebrated Manchester United midfielder. I like him. He plays for my club. He plays at the Theatre of Dreams. He plays at the club that I do support wholeheartedly. And I like him. I like his way of playing so much. Christian Eriksen, a Danish midfielder who plays for the Manchester United. So, that's just but a short documentary about players, and mostly professional players, who have ever collapsed in the field while on their duty. It's not a nice story, but it's good to know, and especially for soccer fanatics like me and you. Yeah, it's a good documentary that enlightens us or gives us some history about football or footballing or a soccer game that I thought you should know. We looked at Antonio Puerta, Cheick Tiote, Cristiano Sebastião de Lima Jr., Mark Vivian Fall, Phil O'Donnell, and Christian Eriksen. Thank you for being part of this documentary. Hope you've just been enlightened as a football fanatic or so. Hope you've enjoyed to learn about this. Thought you should have known this. I thought you should know. And I welcome you for more of news, more of videos, which premieres in our YouTube channel every, or rather in many occasions. And in almost every day, there is a video premiering, there is a video being uploaded for you to see as a fanatic, for you to watch, for you to be enlightened about. And I thought, for that matter, you should subscribe into our channel, you should follow our channel, you should like our channel, you should share with the other fanatics, with other, people in other social media handles, for you to be part of the channel, for you to be part of those who will be first to know the news, the new videos as they come in. In most cases, we have very educative tutorials, mostly on technology, mostly on interviews about people who would want their stories to be known, and also about personal issues, personal enlightenment, personal encouragement, and we also have some other videos which we upload about fun, yeah, about encouragement, about news. And I thought being part of the people who takes part, or rather who are part of the team, who are the first to know, who are the first to be enlightened, is of paramount, or it's of importance to you. So welcome to this channel. Please subscribe, please share, please be part of us. Keep on watching the channel every other time so that you'll be the first to know when new videos are uploaded. Subscribe, watch the video, be part of the channel, share the channel, and we will appreciate um, your effort, or rather your kind engagement with us. If you have any thing to share, you can put it at the comments area. You can read the other comments from the people who are our followers, and we will not hesitate to answer back if you have any query, or if you have anything that you would want us to air for you, or to air about, or change, or to implement, or to maybe uh, make it a point of consideration in our videos or in our channel, be it an advertisement, be it a point of encouragement, be it maybe something educative that you would want other people to know, or something that you would want aired for you from our side. We'll encourage you to bring it on, and we shall air it for you if we find it worth to be in the channel or in our YouTube channel. So welcome guys, and we are happy of you being part of us. So we are thankful, and we welcome you to join our channel and be part of us. Thank you so much.